it's your girl Ish. I am here with another video here, and this is going to be the part 2 video on what other study materials that I use to help me pass the ASVAB test. So I know in my previous video that I posted about Mr. Andy Smith joining his class, which that did help me increase my ASVAB score up. But I also want to add some more other stuff in this video on what other materials that helped me pass the ASVAB test. So let me see. I have some flashcards here. When I was back in November of last year, when I signed up for Nardo class. I signed up for his class because when I took my ASVAB before, I didn't do so well on the vocabulary section, and which that was one of my weakness. So when I reach out to him, I sign up for his class, and you guys, to be honest with you, I only use his class for the vocabulary words. I'm quite sure he goes over other important part, that, can prep you to pass the ASVAB. Like your paragraph comprehension, your arithmetic reasoning, your math knowledge, and whatnot. So, but like I said, I only joined his class just to use the vocabulary words. And to be honest with you guys, when I actually went to go take my test back in March of this year, on my vocabulary section part, I scored so high because a lot of the words that was on my test popped up from, the list when I was, studying the words when I was in his class. So, like I said, these are some flashcards that I have when I was in the class. Now, out of these flashcards, some of these are medium and advanced words. Now, there were some baby words that, I didn't write down on this on the flashcards because I knew them. So I know, I kind of started quizzing myself from 25. When I got those packed down a day, 25 words a day, I started increasing it up to 100 words a day. So whatever words I didn't get, right, I just wrote them down on the flashcard, study them every day, quiz myself, throughout the week, and just start getting better and better and better. Okay. And then I know a lot of people, they talk about, this book so much in their videos on, what helped them, pass their ASVAB. So I actually brought this book from Barnes and Nobles I want to say last year or something like that, because obviously this book from 2019 through 2020. Try to get the latest version, which is very helpful. You don't want to study anything, out of date, but make sure you catch up with the latest version. Out of this book, I use paragraph comprehension, arithmetic reasoning, math knowledge. I didn't use the vocabulary words because that was Mr. Fernando's class, for me to study for the vocabulary words only. But I just use this book, just to quiz myself, throughout the week, once, I've learned enough for the day of studying Mr. Andy's material and Fernando's vocabulary words. I just looked through this book, just kind of quiz myself on, I think there's maybe like 5 or 6 tests in the books. Don't quote me wrong. But this book is very helpful, you guys. It's an awesome book. Also, I purchased a reading comprehension book from out of my Barnes and Noble store that's local near me. This is kind of like a little, it's a 30-minute day, kind of quiz myself, kind of practice myself on toning on my, my reading and my comprehending, because you guys, I do not like reading. Let me tell you what, I struggle. But I thank God, on my ASVAB test that I did okay on the reading portion, which surprised me. But I mean, it's not necessarily for you, to get like a practice book. Like I said, I got a practice book. I mean, I don't know if you can really see it. I got this practice book just to help me, tone up on my reading skills, because like I said, I struggle with, comprehending on certain things. And I found this practice book was very helpful to me. You can get any kind of practice book, doesn't matter, but it was kind of small and not too big, and, just kind of just focus on, how to get the main idea. There's other tips and stuff like that in here too. Essential, information that you can get, from out of this book as well. And also Mr. Annie's ASVAB class. You guys make sure you check this out as well too. I can't, stress this enough, but this is the Holy Bible. Oh my gosh, y'all. This book here, this training manual here is what also, help increase my score. Like, I struggle with the math portion, arithmetic, reasoning, and math knowledge. I struggle with the most, from not knowing how to do a word problem. And it took me like forever, like more than 10 minutes just to figure out a 3-sentence, problem. And versus when I got that packed down, it was kind of like, okay, I know how to figure this out. I got the answer. So yes, in this book, he talks about, there's a lot of ingredients in this book that actually comes on your ASVAB test. Doesn't matter what version you get. And like Mr. Annie always say, if you answer the questions quickly and you get them right, you start seeing that, some of the formulas from his book that shows up on your test, that means you're gaining points, which is a good thing, because when I got to my arithmetic reasoning part on my test, I start seeing formulas from out of his book, from the arithmetic reasoning part. And I knew I was gaining points at some point. And also my math knowledge too. I kind of flew through that bad boy, when I took my ASVAB test. So, like I said, you want to make sure you write down the rules and steps. That's what Mr. Annie, he tried to focus on. Make sure you follow the rules and steps. And if you follow the rules and steps, I promise you guys, you will guarantee to go, like, get high on your ASVAB test. Like, you will score high. Yeah, so just like I said, now for the most part, I know some people, they can't, can't afford to, to get tutors and stuff like that. So, I mean, like I said, you can use ASVAB Mastery app. You can download that on your phone. I'm quite sure there's no cost to download that. That can, that I've been seeing that's been helping a lot of people as well. Also, you got the ASVAB for Dummies book. Like, I only pay maybe $20 or $25, for that ASVAB for Dummies book, the latest. And like I said, try to get the latest version. Other than that, Mr. Andy and Mr. Fernando's class. Those were the two tutors that I actually signed up for to actually help me increase my ASVAB score. They have helped so many people who's out there who's struggling, that can't pass the ASVAB test and stuff like that. And honestly, I recommend them both. I know some people, they're like, I see a lot, they like to comment on Facebook and say, well, I don't know if I should sign for Mr. Annie's class or I should sign up for Fernando's class. To me, they're both was very helpful. Everybody may be a little bit different, but to me, like I said, I use Fernando's for his vocabulary words only, because I see that that what I kind of really focused on. And I felt like those words from his list, they're going to be on the ASVAB test. So I'm going to study what's going to be on the ASVAB test. Versus Mr. Annie's ASVAB class, I actually signed up for his class for the math portion, for the arithmetic, reason, and the math knowledge, because I was struggling in that as well too. So there you go. I took Fernando's class for the vocabulary words and took Mr. Annie's class for the math portion. And I combined them all together. And like I said, it worked out for me. So I will provide their information below with the links, how to get in contact with them as well. I know you can go on Facebook, Google, I'm quite sure on their actual webpage, they have their number and their email address for you to get in contact with them personally on how to sign up for their class. And honestly, I can't thank them enough. Like I said, they're great, awesome tutors. they love helping people out. They love seeing people striving, wanting to see people, you know, join the military and have a career. And that's what I was kind of looking forward to, is to pass the ASVAB test. And I knew at some point, you know, those two tutors, they have helped me through the long ways of passing my ASVAB test. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, please comment, you know, please subscribe. That is very important to me for my channel. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. But the moral of the story is, like I said, if you're looking for a tutor, like I said, Fernando, he focused on the 4 main parts. Mr. Andy, you know, he focused on the 4 main parts as well too. But I had to kind of decide, okay, well, what tutor, when I'm using both tutors, what section that I'm going to focus on, you know, what study material I'm going to focus on with them that's going to actually help me pass the ASVAB test. And that's what I had to narrow it down to. And like I said, you know, with the ASVAB for Dummies book, and then my little practice reading comprehension books, those I kind of study on the side. Whenever I didn't have access to get on Fernando's webpage or Mr. Andy's website to, you know, do little quizzes and stuff like that too. So, or, you know, I just kind of wanted to quiz myself on, you know, certain things. I just kind of use ASVAB for Dummies book, and then I kind of use the reading comprehension book. But yeah, all these materials, like I said, they actually helped me out a lot. They actually helped me pass the ASVAB test. I know everybody's a little different, but to me, like I said, please go check them out if you're interested. If you're struggling with the ASVAB test, please look into it. If you're wanting to pass the ASVAB test, that's what I did. I had to find, I know there was some kind of source out there for me to pass the ASVAB test. And luckily I was able to get in contact with them at the time because I really wanted to pass the ASVAB test, and I really wanted to better myself and to have a better career. And I know so many people out there, you know, if I can do it, you know, you can do it as well too. It just takes a lot of dedication, motivation. And if you're all in for it, you know, just do it, you know, just get out and just go ahead and just do it, you know. Like I said, it took me the second time, my second try to pass the ASVAB test. And like I said, I can't thank Mr. Andy and Mr. Fernando so much, which they actually, you know, provided the sources for me to be able to pass the test. Like I said, I will provide the links below and the book information where I got my books from. And like I said, please subscribe, you guys. It's very important to me and everything. Let me know how I did on this video. And you guys, I'm signing out. So bye.